Welcome back, nerds. It's time to flex the old writer's bone and offer a narrative episode. This is mostly due to all the real-life stuff I've been going through lately, and for those concerned, rest assured, friends, I am okay and things are slowly starting to stitch themselves back together. Or a little closer to the truth, I've started to drywall my situation. But that is not the focus of this video. Today we have a dragon to kill and an expansion to unlock. So to quote the bards of Antonica, let's get after it. My last episode ended with the conquering of the Guck, and I managed to get all of the goodies I wanted from that place of undead frog ass and buttsuck. This included a legendary flowing black silk sash, which was the pinnacle of items I wanted from there, alongside legendary serrated bone dirks, a brigandine tunic, silver-plated leggings, and more bags than I know what to do with. I'm not going to be covering everything I gathered from the Guck and other places, but the most notable of these other items would be the hunting of Quillmane for the levitation cloak, which is a big fat pain in the ass to gather, to say the least. With all of that out of the way, I had been picking around the P99 wiki. I was trying to decide if the serrated bone dirk was the best weapon I could use for my upcoming fight with Nagafen, and everything that I saw suggested the Gloomwater harpoon from Kedge Keep as the best classic weapon for the rogue, alongside the burning rapier or bone dirks. So it was time to descend into the dark of this underwater dungeon in search of a harpoon. Luckily enough, the Fierce Impaler was waiting for me upon arriving, and is located in the very first room of Kedge Keep, and it just so happens that he be the asshole who drops the harpoon. And wouldn't you know, he dropped a legendary one on the very first kill. How about that, RNG? Joking aside, I wasn't sure after comparing it to my burning rapier or bone dirk if it was worth farming for a second one, and not wanting to jinx my good fortune, I decided it was time to begin farming some alternate advancement points, and everyone said that the place to be was the hole. The hole is located betwixt the thighs. Alright, wait a minute. The ruins of Old Peniel is located by plunging oneself deep into the hole. Alright, wait a minute, one more time. The hole is what you call the bitch who cuts you off during Monday traffic. I'm sorry, I'm a 4-year-old. After you find the hole, oh my god, I'm never gonna make it through this chapter. I'm like a 7-year-old who heard the word penis for like the first fucking time. God damn. You see, dear viewer, I think that Old Peniel is like a robust lady, a durable lass, if you will, due to the many of heroes who have come to fruition within her murky depths. And within her hole are mudmen leftovers, and the devil, and the ghost of heroes past. Basically AIDS. AIDS is in the hole. Just do what you gotta do and get the fuck out of there. This place is a maze of twists and turns where Old Peniel's sides have been blown out by many a barbarian and ogre. But as a dark elf rogue, I was able to descend her dank corridor without notice. Fuck you, by the way. Needless to say, I got lost more than once, even though I had a map to guide me towards the climax of my adventure. Upon arriving at the cervix, or waypoint, if you will, I decided that this was the perfect place to create my own instance because I'm not a fan of sloppy seconds and started my conquest of the hole. It was here that I gathered a few AAs, but the going was slow and I was starting to fatigue amongst the murky walls of Old Peniel. She is an arduous bitch. Peniel. God damn. The crotch monsters were strong and I decided that I was ready for level 50, so I pounded out the hole to the best of my ability and dinged all over the place.
I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask. Don't play pretend.
You know you left me lonely, I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get to chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed. I'm going back to all the basics, teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity, but all my thoughts destroying me. Some peace of mind is all I need, give peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave. Try but can't get through to me. It's not you, yeah, it's always me. I close my heart to you, you see it opens up for nobody. It's been so hard to fall asleep. The weather always makes my nose bleed, makes my nose bleed. It's so hard to believe that one day I'll feel peace. I want control over my life, I want that driver's seat. Yeah, it's not you that I need. You push me down when I'm weak. You were never there for me. Go pick up your keys and leave. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you're everything I need, but I gotta
leave. Now, the most astute amongst you may have noticed that I was not alone for all of these levels, and yes, we are moving away from the whole jokes, you degenerate, said the pot to the kettle. Anyway, Oaf, a single-class self-found barbarian shaman, had requested to join me in the pounding of the hole. Last one, I swear to God. Anyway, with Oaf as my companion, level 50 was achieved. My first goal had been completed. Reach level 50 as just a rogue. Now, I remember saying that I would face Nagafen as just a rogue, and I was ready to actually engage with the server mechanics at this point in my adventure, basically be like other classes and do other things. So even though I knew that I had basically zero chance against the Red Dragon, I wanted to attempt fighting him alone. Oaf had requested that we take on the dragon together, and I had agreed, but I wanted to see what I could do against him solo, so I crept into the dragon's lair. I navigated the twisting maze of lava and jagged rocks until the beast came into view. With my shroud ability, I was able to reach Nagafen without alerting the giants and would be able to fight Nagi alone.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
And I died almost instantly. I did 386 damage to Nagafen with a backstab and was killed fucking outright. God damn. I knew that I could probably grind out better resistance gear, gather more alternate advancements, and keep banging my head against the dragon until victory was assured. But I was ready to move on with the adventure. I wanted to unlock Kunark and pick 2 more classes to play with the guild that I had created, and not always be carried by the tri-class heroes of the hero's journey. EverQuest, in fact, at its core, is a community-based game, and I wanted to engage with that very community. So it was time to group up with Oaf and give it a second try. This was still going to not be easy. Oaf was bound by the same restrictions that I was. He was a single-class shaman and was locked in classic gear. Would the 2 of us be enough? I guess it was time to find out. Oaf and I met up at the Echo, and after a round of buffing, we began our descent towards the dragon. Now, as the shaman, Oaf can cast invisibility, and that works for the majority of enemies of Norath. As a rogue, I have Shroud, so I can sneak past all of the things of classic EverQuest, even Nagafen. But Oaf was spotted by the giants, and we were forced to fight our way to the dragon. Some of the fights were pretty close, but we survived. I'm gonna just say it because I would have been absolutely eviscerated in these fights if it were not for Oaf. I mean, just don't question it. Just drink it in, nerds. Barbaric shaman power in its purest form. God damn. But slaying giants is one thing. Slaying a pissed off red lizard with personal space issues is another. The moment Oaf entered Nagafen's main chamber, we were attacked by him and the two giants flanking the entryway. My first thought was, we're fucked. I know, positive thinking, right? But we started to maintain and hold our ground. And by we, I mean mostly Oaf and his barbaric Giga Chad thighs were carrying this shit show, while I felt like my contribution was more the role of the cheerleader than any substantial DPS. By the time we got the two giants down, Oaf was at low health, his pet was tired of doing all the damage, and I could feel my tiny peen beginning to shrink inside my guts. We managed to get Nagy down to 32% life before old Nagy sent us both back to the respawn. Although this was a defeat, I feel like it was a really good first attempt, and if we tried again, we wouldn't have to deal with any of the giants and could just laser focus down the Nagster without his two giants trying to touch my bum during the fight. So we regathered our party of two and set out for a second attempt. For the most part, the path to Nagafen was clear due to us being in a non-respawning instance. Oaf lit us up like Nana's Christmas tree with buffs, and we re-engaged the dragon.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Oh, I'm feared! Oaf, do it! Backstab! Nagafen's fucking down! Let's fucking go! We had done it. Nagafen was dead, and my goal to reach level 50 as just a rogue was complete. Is this the ultimate achievement in EverQuest? No. Is this hard to do? Also, probably not. Most of the EQ community could probably have soloed Nagy and made it look easy. But I have realized, as I have been recording these 13 episodes and playing this self-found single-class quasi-challenge, if you will, that when you're not so hard on yourself in this life, you'll usually have more fun. From here, I wanted to put an end to the single-class adventure and begin to play as 3 classes. So I decided to unlock Kunark first, but standing in the way of that was the White Dragon Lady Vox. Normally, this would have been a death sentence for the single-class rogue and shaman. Oaf was still down to hang out. So together we met up with Tevin's pet cuck power gamer Ixar of kerfuckery and bullshit. And, well, I guess I'll just show you.
Wait, don't.
Thank
Do
you.
not walk any further forward.
Hey, Tev. Come on, Tev. Let's turn it into a fucking adventure. Have at the giant nerd. Where the fuck is Vox? Yeah. Oh, who's looting?
Dragon bone bracelet, a white dragon hide.
Get out the loot, you fucking level 65 nerd. All right, let's play some fucking hero's journey the way it was intended. And with that, Kunark was unlocked. My hero's journey isn't over, but the dynamic has shifted. Now armed as a rogue ranger shadow knight, I feel like my journey may just be beginning. I think that with the power to write my own adventure, I think that creators, and I'm definitely guilty of this, can kind of spin any adventure to look like a Cinderella story, you know? Grasp that perfect ending to a tale and leave an audience with goosebumps or craving more via a cliffhanger. And I know that this is not that ending. I could have ground out more alternate advancements, farmed better gear, beat my head off of this challenge until victory was assured, but I think that I prefer this ending if we are snuggled deep within the branches of the Tree of Trust. This may not have been the best ending to the single-class rogue Let's Play, but it was my ending, and it'll always be special to me.